It's on. Hi, welcome to Asherah Live, brought to you by the Streamer Studio and Seattle Music Maker Presents. I'm Asherah, and today we are very fortunate to have a wonderful designer, extraordinary human being, promoter. I'm just so excited to present Danny Collins and her incredible fashions. Let me just read a little bit about her. April 2021 celebrates 21 years of her two fine art brands, created to identify and distinguish her art and design that is called, I love this name, Not Ugly. It's so cute. Sancho is a label in support of other fine artists in every medium. Both brands have a concentration to present live and life events. Her newest brand is called The Golden Rule and is an upcoming fine art market that presents art in every medium, beginning this May 2nd in Fall City, in partnership with Terry Salm, owner of All Pets Go to Heaven and Heavenly Spa. Not Ugly is her signature art line design in every medium. It is constant for her to paint with the truth when creating and producing shows. Her designs include her current obsession with kimonos. Hello. And presented for the first time here on the show. Actually, this is the second time because the last show I wore one of Danny's fabulous designs. She always has these role models and she wants to show them off, including, me, Asherah, thank you. Jen Lefebvre, who's one of our models. And yes, that's our guest today. Her live art was supported for 21 years by the women and men, and now she in turn supports artists. And she is a fabulous promoter of other artists and just a wonderful human. She's my new best friend. Anyways, like her first model, Tina Setia, who was her first model and who danced and helped boost her in the fashion world in New York circa 2000. And she also helped her get more models from McDonald Richardson and Hair by Preve for her first fashion show. So she has a huge amount of experience. We're so happy to have Danny in Seattle. We're so psyched that she's here. So now, without further ado, let's go ahead and start the show. Thank you to our beautiful model, Jen LaFave. She's alive. Wonderful. And let's have Danny on. Let's take a seat, ladies. This is Danny Collins. We'll go ahead and have a seat. We sit right over here. Okay, we have some Kangen water for later, so let's just all get comfortable. Danny, your costumes are so amazing, and what I've noticed is that they can go so many different ways.
Yes.
Like, I put this one on this way, and then I turn it around, and then you can just keep playing with them.
It was perfect, just wrapping it, and it's like a blanket or a shawl, or the way I have it wrapped could be formal. It's so what they're supposed to be. It's like however it falls on you and whatever your mood.
I love that.
I'm so excited. Those were beautiful.
Thank you. And these are just so gorgeous and creative.
You're perfect as a doll.
You are
My
a doll.
first time being a doll. And it's incredibly comfortable, by the way. So, oh my goodness,
Right?
the fabric feels amazing on your skin.
These are so warm. And this would look great on a guy, too.
Oh yes.
And it's like so, it's
Unisex.
so like multicultural. It could be Arabic. It could Japanese. I mean, I just love that they're so like it's like a world fashion.
Yes, thank
It's
you.
kind of incorporating all the different cultures. They're
Yeah,
so
thank
gorgeous.
you. Agree. I'm so excited.
So we'd love to hear more about you because you are so interesting. You've done so many things. You have so much experience. You've lived in New York, LA. I mean, we're just so happy to have you here.
Yay. I'm so happy to be here. Yes, I was in Chicago, New York,
Oh,
LA, after being born and raised in Arizona. So now I'm here for 5 years, and this is my first time showing the kimonos. I've been making them for many, many years and just hiding with them because I didn't want them seen until I was ready. So I'm so really happy to see them.
We feel so
They're
special.
on fire in this room. It's so great. But yes, thanks for having me and showing them off.
And you've also done a lot of production, which is
Yes.
super interesting to me. Can
I
you talk about that?
started doing these fashion shows type of rock operas. There was a band called Daddy, Matt and Laurel, and we were each other's muses. I like designed their album covers, and then I did a whole rock opera. Was with my first fashion show was based on their full album, and she is just a performer that's like just amazing to look at. But I had a bunch of friends that were just able to be in it. Well-knowns, and then people that were, I just like put in regular people, and I had them all just do whatever they wanted to on the runway.
Wow.
So a girlfriend of mine, Vanessa Walters, who choreographed and danced in like maybe 8 to 16 of my shows, she and her boyfriend got in a fight on the runway. It really
Cool,
inspired,
love
like
that.
even the real models were just tripping out and being themselves. It was insane.
It's like theater fashion.
Exactly.
I love that.
Always.
Love that.
Yes, and I've moved on to produce shows. You might say apolitical shows. I did a few shows that I call Letter to the President.
I'll say
And
conscious shows.
Exactly. I would mix all my talented friends to do a salon-style presentation that was always just celebrated and enjoyed. And yes, I just am really proud of my artist friends like you who are surrounding me in the big cities that I've lived in. So I'm really happy to
We're so happy to have you.
have it go off again. Yes.
And then Jen promotes. I always say Kagan water, and I know it's Kengen water. How do I pronounce it? I always pronounce it wrong.
The machine says Kongan, but
Kongan.
Tomato, tomato. The machine says Kongan in a very eloquent voice, but
Kongen.
yes.
Okay.
But
I've been pronouncing it Kagan.
if you
Really?
say, yeah,
So American. Kagan.
I
Okay.
do that with everything.
people will know what you're talking about when you say Kangen even. So,
Okay, thank
yes.
you. And you have some water for us today.
I do. How about I pour some?
That'd be
for
wonderful because I
us?
know that Danny
I can get it.
is also has a piece of art that she is going to
Oh,
have a
you get the water.
to
I'll get the
auction.
art.
Yeah, I'd love to show that this beautiful piece of art that she
Beautiful.
created.
Yes, thank you for reminding me.
Welcome.
This is the first piece of art that I sold, and Julie Bowen from Modern Family, she was the first person to buy my art, and she modeled for me and supported
Wow.
me. She was even in a kissing booth.
Oh my
And
gosh, I love it.
yes.
That's so clever.
So this is what I will donate to raise money in Fall City. It's the place that I'm going to have my market that I call.
And can you tell us what that is again?
Yeah, it is going to be a private, American, peaceful heart market that showcases talents for everything you can think of as art. We have food artists, we have the art of parenting, the art of everything that is related to health. So it can be mind, body, spirit.
Nice.
And then, of course, when you think of art, technically, it's 2 pieces or 3D, but also performance. So it will encompass everything.
Yay. And
Sacred geometry, baby.
what's the date again?
uh,
In May?
Yes, I do believe it's the 2nd or 3rd of May.
Okay, we'll be sure to promote that
Yes,
and
I
remind
can
the
check my
audience if
notes.
you're in Seattle.
And this will actually go to the States Assembly. So we have an actual government formed in the first time in 160 years.
Wow.
I do outreach for them, and every Sunday there's something going on in that space at Fall City. Now this is going to be towards that, and we're building a pole barn so we can house more people. And yeah, we'll talk more about that when I have
Okay.
other
Sounds
artists
great.
and details.
Okay.
But yes, thank you for letting
Wonderful.
me
My
show it
pleasure.
off.
And Jen, can you tell us a little bit more about the Kangen water?
Well, Kangen in Japanese, which, by the way, yeah, the event, we're all so excited for the market to start. Oh my goodness. And what she said, just encompassing so many arts, healing arts, and just everything you can think of under the sun. And so the Kangen water will be there too. But Kangen in Japanese means return to origin. And it basically is mimicking what the healing waters that people have found around the world. And, well, just encourage you to try it because it just feels like nothing else that I've ever found anyway. And I've had quite the transformation from head to toe. But super hydrating, antioxidant rich. If I wanted to get really sciencey,
Yes.
molecular
it.
hydrogen. Diatomic molecular hydrogen, that's the
wow.
smallest molecule, number 1 on the periodic table, and so able to hydrate on that microcellular level. And the living water aspect of it, there's actually a vibration to it.
Oh, wow.
So not only does it have the possibility of supporting you physically, but even on a spiritual level. So
Oh, wow. What are some of the, I'm just curious, like, I mean, you have gorgeous skin. You don't need
Thank
makeup.
you.
Is that natural? Is that from the water?
I did see my skin transform, and I mean, my before and after pictures from 4 years ago, even I dropped 10 pounds.
Wow.
And this was me doing high intensity interval training, focused on the organic whole foods diet still. And I mean, when this was introduced to me, I had wished someone had introduced me when I was doing CrossFit and just I'm a lifelong athlete. But
So it improved your athletic performance immensely.
yes, endurance
Great.
and so forth. But
And
definitely my skin and
Hair, everything.
oh yes.
How about mentally? Like, can you think more clear? Like, it just,
I'd say yes.
wow.
I do
Okay.
feel like I have more like mental focus and more peace, actually. Yeah, definitely more peace.
And it's good for pets?
Oh, yes. Yes. What's interesting is pets and plants, they're great to, they don't lie, if you will.
Right.
You put a bowl down of the Kangen water and even, tap and maybe a well water. We've seen the animals flock to the.
I noticed, I started giving it to my cat because she has some health issues. And at first she sniffed it, but then I was like, this morning she was like gulping it down.
Yeah.
So I was like really happy to see that.
Animals, once they start, oh my gosh, because at events, we'll have a bowl down for dogs. And the owners are often astonished. The dogs are just lapping it up. It's adorable.
Awesome. I've almost finished mine because I'm like, I want those benefits.
Exactly.
Thank you. Well,
Yeah.
let's do a little belly dance lesson.
Yes.
Does that sound like fun? So we'll go ahead and clear the
Okay.
space. Let's move
Okay,
your
yeah.
beautiful piece. Let's move the water back. Let's see. These are so warm and
Yes, they
wonderful.
are
Like
with
I'm
the light.
actually really sweating.
This was great on the beach a couple weeks ago for some sacred geometry we did.
Oh, wow.
So it did keep me nice and warm on the beach. Just saying.
Nice. I'm going to take mine off so I'm not too sweaty. Okay. Okay, let's move this over.
Do it.
Okay. Okay, we're just going to start with some really basic moves. And go ahead and hit it, Ben.
I have a power pack. So
Okay, yeah, do your best.
It's fine.
Do your best. Okay, let's just start with some hips. So we're going to make some circles to the right. Imagine in your head that you're drawing a circle to the right. See it on your hips, right here. Circle, down, up, yeah. It helps to see the shapes in your mind. At least that really works for me when I'm dancing. Now let's try it to the left. Here we go. Circle left. Just see the circle behind. Like you're drawing it with this left hip bone. Up, side, down, up, up. Okay. Now we're going to make an infinity sign or circle 8. So this looks like this. We're going to go up, down, and then left, up, down, right, left, right, left. That's it. It helps to bend your knees. You want to feel grounded. Yeah, so really bend those knees. See that in your mind. You can go a little bit faster. You can vary the speed. Just go very slow. And just keep seeing that infinity sign in your mind. You can also move with this step. We can go right, left, right, left, and go left, right, left, right. And just play around with that. Really keep the knees bent. You can go down and up. All the way up to your tippy toes. And down. Okay, let's do some upper body. This is a chest lift. We're going to turn to this quasi corner, and we're just going to lift the chest down. Lift, down. And this is about isolating. So from the waist down, nothing's going to move. Imagine you're stuck in cement, and you can just move your chest. Go ahead and face front. And go a little faster. Up, 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 up. We have a little string coming up right here. Try to keep everything still. You're just isolating the chest. Okay, now we're going to go side and side. And this is just the waist, from the waist up, you're moving the body right and left. Keep those knees bent. If you're watching, go ahead and try this at home. This is a super workout for your core, right? Yeah, since I started doing Middle Eastern dance, my core is really tightened up. Thank you. You can bring the arms out. One more. Okay, this is everyone's favorite. We're going to learn the shoulder shimmy. Okay? This one could revive your marriage or your relationship, actually. So we're going to start right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. And then we switch. Now you want to isolate the shoulders. And switch. And switch. And switch. Keep the knees bent. Keep grounded. Switch. Let's go a little faster. And shoulder. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left. Now don't let those hips move. Keep those hips grounded. Remember, you're in cement from the waist down. Now we're going to go even faster. I'm going to move the mic away. Front. Let's go even faster. 30 seconds. Good job. Okay, I'm going to do one more step, and that's everyone's second favorite, is the shimmy. So, put your legs together. There's a few different ways to do shimmy. I'm going to teach the traditional shimmy today. So I'm going to just go ahead and turn quasi so the audience can see the line better. So, imagine you're just running away. You're running away from the government. You're running away from someone's coming at you with the vaccine. Run away. Okay? Just feel that. Uh-huh. Forward. So you're keeping your knees bent and just shake it. There we go. And you can add the arms. Left. Now you can also do what's called layering, and add some chest lifts as you're shimmying. So that's kind of like this feeling. So you're shimmying, and you can go side and side. So it's all this like isolation. You can make a great big shimmy. Or you can do a tight little shimmy with straight knees. Try the straight knees. It's a different feeling. And the trick is to get your belly to move. That's it. Okay, so we've learned some new steps from Middle Eastern dance. Let's go ahead. Good job, you guys. Let's just put everything together. I'm going to put my microphone down, and we're just going to do some improvised dance. So we have, let's just review. We've got the circles to the right, circles to the left. We have figure eights, right? We have the figure eights. We have the chest lifts. And then we have side, Make sure you're glued in cement from the waist down. And then we have shimmy. And then we have hip shimmy, shoulder shimmy and hip shimmy. So we can add arms. Okay, so I'd like to just say thank you to Ben Tandler of Streamer Studios, who has created all the music for us today. He is such a fabulous musician. It's amazing. He can just put a song together in 3 days, like whatever style you ask for. As you notice, this is a beautiful, like, native style that we have right now. So, right? So this next song has not been heard before. It's the premiere. And I asked him to do like something very Egyptian for my fans in Egypt and kind of Middle Eastern sounding. And eventually I'm going to sing over the top of it. So I'm really excited. So let's go ahead. And what's the title of this song, Ben? It hasn't been titled yet. Maybe if you have a suggestion, leave a comment on what would be a really cool title. So we're just going to improvise to this new wonderful piece by Ben Tandler. And I'll put my mic down. Okay, ready? Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Join
you.
us again. Have a great afternoon, morning, and evening. Thank you.